Hello world, it's Wilson from Easy Homemade Alcohol. Today we're going to talk about hydrometers and how they're used and what they are. This is a hydrometer. Not really a whole lot to it. It's a glass tube with a weight in the bottom and some measurements on the inside. Now the three measurements on the inside are your specific gravity, your potential alcohol, and your percent of sugar. They all read the same way at the same times. This reads based on the density of your water or density of your liquid. Take pure water and you put this in pure water, it's going to float at zero because there's nothing in your water. But as you start adding stuff to it, like your sugars and your yeast and anything else you add to it, that stuff's going to absorb into your water and it's going to make your water thicker, pretty much. And the more dense the water is, the higher this is going to float. So after you take your jug and you put your sugar and you put your yeast in it, you shake it up for the first time, let it set for a minute, and then you pour it into a graduated cylinder. Nothing really too fancy about that. And you're going to take this and you're going to drop it in there. Now, depending on what you're reading, or you can get all your readings, you can get your specific gravity reading and your potential alcohol and your percent of sugar. I only use the potential alcohol and the specific gravity. So as I put this in there, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to see what my potential alcohol reading. It'll be in a percentage, 15, 20, 8, 13. It'll be in a percentage. Whatever the number is, write it down. And then I'll spin it and look at the specific gravity. Now there's two different things here. One thing I'm going to do with the specific gravity is I'm going to monitor my liquid to tell me when it's done fermenting. Specific gravity will start to drop. The hydrometer will start to drop and it'll give me a different specific gravity, and then one day it'll stop dropping, and that's when my fermentation is done. That's when the yeast has consumed as much sugar as it can take. But the potential alcohol is a little bit different. I use the potential alcohol almost all the time because it's fun to know. And the potential alcohol will give me a reading like 15%. So I'll write the 15% down. And then in a week when I check it again, I'm going to write down my next percentage of alcohol. It could be a 5%. It could be a 10%. Let's just say hypothetically it's a 5%. So my original potential alcohol was 15 and my second potential alcohol was 5. Then you subtract 5 from 15, that gives me 10%. That is my potential alcohol, is 10%. Now, you do not need a graduated cylinder or a hydrometer to do anything, really. As we get further into our videos, or into my videos, and we get deeper into making beer, or making whiskey, or using more high quality products to making a better flavor, or making more consistent flavor, then you're going to want to invest in both of these things. This will help you in the long run, just understanding where your fermentation's at. But, like I said, you do not have to have this for the first couple of videos. You should just enjoy yourself with making cheap, easy alcohol. Most of the stuff I make is just sugar wine or grape juice that's fermented or anything like that, fake wine. And you can tell that there's alcohol in it. Even if you don't have one of these, you know there's alcohol because CO2 is being released. If CO2 is being released, then also alcohol is being produced. And if you take it and you smell it, you can definitely smell it. It's a distinct smell of alcohol. 99% of the time after I make a jug of something that I want to drink, I usually cut it through distillation or freezer distillation or some kind of way to cut it. I cut it so I remove most of the liquid anyway, and then it's going to be, regardless if it's a 5 or an 8 or a 10, cut it in half, it's going to be, a 10, a 16, or a 20. And I'm not looking to get smashed off this stuff, and it's just more of a fun drink to have. So, one more thing is, when you buy your hydrometer, it's going to come in a tube similar to this, with a red cap on it. Your hydrometer is going to be sitting in the middle, and inside of it is going to be a piece of paper. So if this video confused you and you have no idea, you can either buy one and read this piece of paper, or you can go online and look at one of probably 10 million different videos or, websites that will teach you all about hydrometers. That was just my little quick spiel on how a hydrometer works and what it's done, what we use it for. Now, if you have any questions, you can leave a comment below and I'll try to figure them out. Or if you don't have any questions, watch the rest of my videos, subscribe. Keep up to date on where we're at with what we're making. Alright, this is Wilson with Easy Homemade Alcohol. I will see you later.